beautiful.
I know Carl's not impressed, as ever. I don't know what your criteria for music appreciation is at all, Carl.
It's just like you build them up as being something really good, and then I hear it, and it's like... Oh,
but I don't know what it is that you're expecting to hear.
What we meant to say.
Really good.
What we meant to say. Oh, this is
a mediocre track.
This is alright.
Listen, when you played Simon and Garfunkel,
yeah.
right, they've got their own unique sound. You know it's them when they sing.
Yeah.
That could have been loads of women who I know.
It could have been loads of women who you know. You only know your girlfriend.
What I mean, Sheryl Crow sounded like Sheryl Crow to me.
Yeah, but
only superficially.
But Man's been around longer than Crow. Who knows what influences she may have had?
That sounds like a fable, doesn't it? Man's been around longer than Crow. Eh?
But see, no, I mean that's just there's a number. Let's be honest. I mean, there's not that many great female artists, are there?
Oh, hey, be careful there, Steve. Some of the sisters out there will be disagreeing with you.
I'm not saying that they can't sing a beautiful song. I'm just worried they can't write the material.
I'm thinking of Bush. I'm thinking of...
Aren't we all, Rick?
I'm thinking of arm trading.
That's true enough.
I am thinking of...
Anastasia.
I
know you love Anastasia, don't you?
I love that new one. I love that new one. I mean, I don't like that
sounds
sort
like
of
the
stuff,
other two.
But it sort of has a good chorus, and I can do her dance. That dance at the end when she puts her arms up. I like that one.
She does sound like she's very much the new Tina Turner.
Yeah, no, that's the only one I've liked, yeah. And me and Steve think that she's sort of like one of those people that go out with her daughter.
Well, I think the reason is because if you notice, she always wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that because she claims to be something like 28, I bet she's like 40.
It's like one of those 40-year-old women who come from Essex, but they come with their daughter's 21st, and they're going, your mum's mad.
Yeah.
They think we're sisters. They're like, I'm 40 and she's 21.
She always flirts with her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Where are you going? We're going down, we're going down Millionaires.
Your
I'll
mum's
come down
mad,
myself.
look, your mum's got a bra off. Yeah.
Don't you think she looks like that, Carl?
Yeah.
I can't picture her.
You can't picture Anastasia?
No, she wears glasses.
Sunglasses all the time, yeah.
No.
You're not into this, are you, Carl? You've get this whole sort of broadcast thing as just... You're fed up with it, aren't you? You can't wait to finish next week.
Well, it just seems I can't say anything right.
Why?
Well, whatever I say isn't right.
Or funny.
No, but do you know what I mean?
What? Because what are you upset about? Well, I laughed at the urban myth, it not being true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But one of the things, I'll tell you that if you take nothing else away from our time on the radio, it should be to be more inquisitive. When a piece of information comes to you, don't just take it at face value, query and question it. That is what has made Ricky Gervais one of the premier thinkers in this country. He will not accept anything on face value. He queries everything. Anastasia, she looks glamorous and 20. Wait a minute, those glasses. What do they suggest? Actually, she's 40. I'm not going to buy her records.
And that's and that's libelous.
That's potentially libelous.
So hang on a minute. Roy Orbison then, was he starting to look old?
We're not saying everyone who wears sunglasses is necessarily older than their years.
No, we're not even saying about Anastasia. We're just doing about an image, one of those sort of like ravers that goes to their daughter. It was a little bit of light observational comedy, to be honest, Carl.
You've seen through it, mate.
Yeah.
You've torn it to shreds.
She's not 40. You know what I mean? She doesn't hang out round with much younger people, chatting at their boyfriends. It wasn't true.
Right.
What do you want? What do you want in life, Carl? Tell me now, because me and Steve can probably sort it out.
That is true enough. Come on.
What do you want? What's the best thing?
What would make your life
song?
happy?
If you could play any song now, what would it be?
Well, we're going to be spinning one of my favourites later on.
Killing a Georgie.
Killing a
We've
Georgie.
sorted that out. You've probably got a lovely few gifts you can choose from, just because we got a few signatures on a piece of paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What more do you want out of life?
I always find that...
Do you want a cat? You want a cat, don't you?
It's the things that you don't think you're going to get that you enjoy the most, right?
Go on, like what?
No. Well, like, when you go out for a night and you're expecting just to have a simple little drink and it turns out to be a really nice night, you see people you haven't seen for ages.
Yeah.
Now, the BAFTAs, so sort of, you expect so much.
He's having a go, isn't he?
That when you get there, you get that little bit of veg as a starter. And you think, look at it, they've tried to make it look good. But really, as I said to you, I mean, you don't eat veg, which
No.
I find mental. But like the starter that we had, that was like, how would you describe that?
It was a veg pie. It was like, I thought, I was starving when I came in there, right? And from the stairs, I could see the tables, and it looked like there was pate laid out, and I was getting excited, I was salivating. Got there, it was a vegetable pie.
I said to Steve,
So,
Vegetable pie.
okay, someone took mine, I gave it away. White House took mine, didn't he?
Yeah, but Rick, you won't eat anything. We've discussed this before. All you'll eat is pizza and crisps.
Do you know what he said to me in the week? I was picking up my food in the BBC canteen, and he went, right, I'm honestly thinking of stopping having lunch with you. I went, what? He went, it winds me up. I went, what? He said, it winds me up. It winds me up. You won't eat anything. That's a lovely bit of chicken there. You're not eating that. You're not eating that. It winds me up too much. Like you get irritated by people, noise. He said, you eating, it just winds me up, Gervais. And then he went, you're a cock.
Yeah. It really annoyed me. His eating habits drive me mad because he's constantly whinging about the fact that he thinks he's got cancer. Every 25 seconds. Wait a minute, I can feel a lump, I can feel a lump. It's your cock. No, it's not, it wasn't there before, it wasn't there, it's a lump, I'm dying, quick to the hospital. I have been, how many times have you been to, like a doctor's clinic and sat in the waiting room, right? Carl, how many times have you been there, right, with a friend of yours? Twice I've been with Ricky. One time when we were writing the first years of The Office, we were writing in the waiting room for the doctor. Because he had to go in there and have because he thought he had testicular cancer. I swear to God,
I'd seen the thing about it,
cancer.
and I just said, so, and he said, I never worry about that again. He said, no, you're not in the risk group and that. The other time was...
But wait a minute, you had to go in there.
The other time was, I thought I had, stomach cancer, and she went, why? I said, oh God. He said, when you get a sore throat, do you think you got throat cancer? I said, I've thought that, yeah. And she sort of said, get out of here, you idiot. And that's what I like that when they do that. But I think it's sort of since my mum died a bit, and I just think, oh God, it's in the family, and that's the thing I worry about.
But
yeah.
Don't you prefer? I mean, I don't go because it scares me.
I'm like that.
I prefer not to go because he might. I always worry that, especially with cancer and things, that they'll go. You know, I'll go there with a sore leg or something, and they'll go, no, your leg's fine, but look at this we've found in your head.
If it's a brain, you'll be laughing!
No, but you know what I mean? They'll find something, because none of us are perfect, and as you get older, you get little moles and stuff, and they'll say, oh, we best get rid of that. And it's like, leave it alone, it's not causing any problems.
Imagine arguing! That shouldn't be there. Leave it alone, it's not good. It is, it's getting bigger, and it's strangling your lungs.
But Rick's sort of like... But my point was, this is what upsets me. He constantly worries about his health. He's constantly obsessed. I found some buboes. I think I've got plague. every 10 minutes he's got something.
I started choking once because I thought it was some dust, didn't I?
Yeah, he swallowed some dust. He started choking like he'd swallowed a fishbone, right? It was literally, I thought he was going to die.
And he panicked,
dust.
and he shouted, right, I'm choking, I'm going blue, and I'm trying to hit me, and he's hitting me on the back, and he shouted, I don't know the Heimlich manoeuvre. Yeah. And I was choking and dying, but then I wanted to laugh. Because he panicked, going, it's like, if he's gonna die, I want him to know that I didn't know the Heimlich manoeuvre.
I did everything I could, but I didn't know the Heimlich manoeuvre, so that was why I couldn't have saved him.
Dear.
But my point is this, he worries about his health, and yet he eats like a child. He eats crisps, constantly, Coke, he keeps going, oh, I've got a headache, drink some water.
Yeah.
No, boring, hate it.
Say that, yeah.
Chips, pizza, sausages, beans and chips. I've never seen someone eat so much. Sausage. I don't know how he's not bored of it yet. Sausage, chips and beans. Everything that's got to have cheese on it. Parmesan cheese, please. On anything.
Why don't they leave it in a restaurant as well? Seriously, why don't they leave the Parmesan cheese? It's like it's gold dust or something. The salt, have as much salt as you want, but they come along, and I found myself sneaking. I've said to Jane, look out, is the waiter looking? And I've leant over and did some more Parmesan. I feel really guilty. Just leave it.
It was on a trifle. You don't need cheese on dessert. I've explained it to you.
Oh dear.
So this is why I get angry, and that is why I got. And this is, I tell you this. What if I had to be on? I mean, Ricky was on Room 101. If I had to be on there, I'll tell you this. Ricky Gervais would be the first person in there. He'd be straight in there, man. Because I got a list as long as you are.
What did you think when I said annoying people like making noises?
Unbelievable. So you talked about annoying noises, and that people that make noises that are annoying. He is the most irritating man I've ever met. And I swear to God, I don't mean that as an insult. You really are, because you go out of your way to be insulting and irritating.
Thanks.
And that's fine, but you'd be straight in there.
Yeah.
In fact, we should do this next week for Carl. We should draw up a list of Carl's hates, what he'd put in Room 101.
Oh,
Think about that next week,
That
Carl.
is genius. Next week, so we got the competition, we've got Carl. I'll tell you what, let's play a record and do White Van Carl.
Yeah.
And just let's slam dunk this mother.
That's true enough.
What are you going to play?
Some Alpine Stars.
Okay.
God. I don't believe this. He's got one day he's got it. Carl's really grumpy and all stressed because he didn't have the record. We didn't want to play so I won't say it. We didn't want to play a certain record he had lined up because it's rubbish.
I know, but you do this every week.
Because most of them are rubbish. So that's why we choose up.
No, but 30 seconds to go on the track and you're saying don't want to play that.
And you're going, oh, it's stressing me out. You're meant to be at our beck and call. We've made you. We got you out the gutter, and now you're getting greatest mind in the world
Yeah,
and
but
all
that,
that.
that doesn't mean you can mess me about. If you were a doctor and you saved me life,
Yeah.
right? There comes a point.
In a way, we have, Carl.
Yeah.
Where were you
Go
going?
on, go on,
before
what
we
saying.
came
But
along?
no, what was he going to say? He was going to say something wise then.
No, I was going to say, right? If you were a doctor and you'd saved me life, there's only so much that I could give back to you, right?
Okay.
What would be
can't
unreasonable?
keep-
What would be unreasonable?
Well, you know.
Forget
that's got-
doctor, don't forget because no, the doctor's that's its job, right? Supposing I was just walking along and I saved your life, I gave you a kidney, or I, resuscitated you, or I dived into icy water. What could I hope from you then before you start going? Hold on. What would you be willing to do for me until you sort of got lost your rag a little bit because I was asking too much?
So didn't I know you before you've like sorted a lung out for me?
No, I just
Right.
gave you a lung, for example.
Well, I'd be a bit sort of. I'd be thinking, why has he done that? If he
Suspicious.
But what I love though, Rick, is the idea of you jumping in icy water to save someone, giving them a lung. I can guarantee if someone was lying on the floor screaming they needed your help, you'd affect a foreign accent and go, I know, understand, and run off.
Do you know what I did once? Right, we went out a few weeks ago, right, and some woman had her handbag nicked, and she was all distressed. He said, "Chase the fella, Carl." You stood there.
That's not
pretend-
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at,
not
imagine
true.
Ricky chasing a criminal. Look at his little legs. He'd never get anywhere.
I mean, he started to run, and then he passed Starbucks or something, and nicked it for a short.
How
bit.
did this turn on me? Oh, I'm a bad man because I don't give lungs away.
No, because
No one would want my kidneys or my lungs for a start. Hello. Oh,
did you
dear.
chase the criminal then?
I did
No.
for a bit.
He walked.
No, you didn't, did you?
No, I did a little bit. Didn't
Yeah,
I?
we sort of spread out.
What?
We missed him.
Where was it, and what was the situation?
It was
Did
near-
you see a bag get snatched or
It was
something?
No,
Carlton
she
Street.
was sort of crying and she was ready to. Some blokes came in, sat next to her, and then just ran off with her purse. And
And you walked after them.
no, they'd gone, Steve. I mean,
Right.
they'd actually gone, but it was just like a bit distressing because she was devastated. I know how she feels as well because I had a jacket, and you think, oh, I've just got to find them now.
Yeah.
Where are they? Who are they? So she was really off her head with sort of like she was angry and sort of crying.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. It was horrible, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Carl? He's broken his mic now.
Oh, right,
Play
play a
record.
record,
This is-
Carl.
this is
Carl, what are you
pathetic.
doing, mate? You
I
just
don't
going
believe
in-
this. There's only 2 weeks to go. These should be special.
Carl, play the record. We've asked you to play the record.
Like you.
Man alive.
Hive's main offender on XFM 104.9. I forgot to say who I was.
Go on, who are
Ricky
you?
Gervais, who are you?
Obviously, Steve Merchant.
And who's that little fella over there? Little round fella.
Tiny little Karl Pilkington.
The funny little thing from the Smash adverts. Say, then they smash them with their metal knives. Oh.
You
I
do?
was-
Yeah, you're right. He does
He
it all
does,
of
doesn't
it,
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking if I'd seen a rounder head than him, and that's the only one someone come up with. That is the only thing
Yeah,
they come up with. Oh look, you're actually a little bit stressed today, aren't you? Because you had a drink last night, didn't you?
I had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
I was down at Steve's night. He was doing a bit of DJ.
Yeah.
Went down the store.
And that's why you're all grumpy.
Do you hear what he just said?
What?
I was DJing last night, obviously
You-
that XFM evening.
Yeah, yeah.
Hour and a half. My friend and I split the time on the decks.
Yeah.
What was the word you just used?
He went down a storm.
We went down a storm. Right, 3 girls, I was walking to the toilets during my set. 3 girls went, you are a genius. Right? What's his name? Dane Bowers? Zane Lowe?
Because you played records in a certain order.
Yes. No, sorry Rick, if you can't deal with that. Sorry if you're a little bit jealous, because this time you can't share the award.
Oh
Alright?
dear.
It's
But it was my credit this
You
time.
can tell he hasn't been a DJ. Because it's not just about
It's not just about that.
the songs you play,
choreography,
it's the way you play them.
Oh
the
yeah.
way you play them, whether
Right.
it's 33 or 45, very important.
Yeah,
But the point-
leave your hand on
Exactly.
them as they're trying to go round.
But so 3 girls there,
Yeah.
charmed by me, they loved it.
Yeah.
Zane Lowe, XFM DJ and MTV presenter, probably one of the coolest blokes alive. He came up, gave us massive respect. He said, I'm loving your set. He actually used those words, right? There were people coming up, they couldn't believe their luck. It was roaring. We'd stick on a track, people would cheer as it came on, right? My particular favourite, Carl, I think you'll agree, my particular triumvirate, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, leading straight into House of Pain, Jump Around, then straight into that current Elvis track that's been re-released, remixed by Junkie XL. I played the original, which I'd already played on XFM before. I'm already there, cutting edge.
Yeah.
Right? And-
3 old tracks, you mean?
3 old tracks.
In a row?
Yep. And, what I think the words that would best sum it up are, I kicked ass.
Great.
Rick. Alright?
Well, I'm going to be kicking some ass today because
I
I'm
look forward to it.
going to be shamelessly self-indulgent. And we've only got 2 shows to go, so I'm playing some of the most beauteous tunes in the world. And I was just telling Carl, lined up a Simon and Garfunkel track, Only Living Boy in New York. He went, why is he the only living boy in New York? I went, what? He went, what does that mean then? I went, I don't know. He went, well, what's it about? I said, I don't care. I said, it's a lovely song. He goes, no, but what's it? I said, I don't go into that. Do it. I said, he went, I like a story. I said, like what? I said, Killing of Georgie, no trickery. Killing of Georgie. I think we should play that at the last.
It's good. I heard it the other day on Radio 2. It was cracking. It sounds like well.
It's really good.
Tell them what it's about again.
It's about little girl, gay fella.
A little what? A little gay fella?
Yeah.
Right.
Who, I mean, I haven't heard it for a bit, so it's all off memory, this. But, gay bloke, is he from Scotland?
I have no idea.
But he's from somewhere where gays aren't liked.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Well, he is, kind
Georgie
of.
Boy was gay, I guess, nothing more than the kindest guy I ever knew, right? Now, all he did was, right, his father said, how can my son not be straight, kicked him out, right? Goes to America.
Yeah, but you can handle all that. You can handle your dad not getting on with you if other people around you are into the same scene.
Yeah.
But
that's
he
right.
was like, he was left on his own, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He was getting stressed out.
Yeah.
So he goes...
And this was before, I mean, this is, when did this record come out?
Must have been
77?
77
yeah.
years, something like that.
Right.
And, he's...
During punk.
Right, oh, I
Yeah.
see, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You know, the village people had come along and made gay cool.
Yeah.
That had already happened,
Yeah,
but it
go
wasn't
on.
respected.
But he was watching the telly or something, and he saw that New York had loads of them over there, and they're all having a good time.
Sure.
No, sorry. At no point in the song does Rod Stewart say little gay Georgie was watching telly and saw loads of gays in New York. At no point in that song.
No, but this is what I like about that song. You sort of picture what's going on.
You make it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the little gay fella was watching telly, and there was presumably the and now from New York, the gay show. Yeah.
Or whatever, because it was a big scene over there, wasn't he, in the 70s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Go on.
So he goes over there, and he's having a great time and that. He's meeting...
Went to New York Town,
meeting-
very quickly settled down, soon
loads
became
of-
the toast of the Great White Way.
Yeah, they loved him. Went
All the
down.
old queens blew a fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, he was out late one night,
Yeah.
and he's walking home,
Yeah.
and gets attacked, gets killed,
Yeah.
and he's lying in
They
the gutter.
didn't intend to take his life, they just pushed their luck a little too far that night. Yeah, you see?
So...
Yeah.
But what's good there? Is it good that he had a bit of a good life and was able to be himself?
Yeah.
Or should he have stayed in Scotland?
He didn't come from Scotland. Again, I really...
Right, I think, is there any way we can get this song before the end of the show and play it? Because I've heard it recently. A lot of people listening will have never heard this song. They won't have any idea what we're talking
Can
about.
I say what you said when we were talking about that song once before?
Is it bad?
It might be. Because we were talking about, Georgie Boy, and he, got it. I don't know.
What?
It's when you said...
Well, it's a fact. I don't think if
Well,
any-
he said, so it's fucking Georgie, he gets out, dies, right? He goes, well, they do go out late.
I know
What, gay people
I
go
know
out
a few
late?
gay people and they start to party late on. That's
Yeah.
what in Soho, right? Girlfriend got in a cab, right? Suzanne was in a cab, and the cab driver was taking her to an early start, right? She works at the BBC. Early start, 4 in the morning. It was going down. It was mental in Soho at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
They were all still like starting the night out.
How do you know
Whereas-
how do you know they're gay?
It's Soho, isn't it?
Fair enough. Play a track. I'd love to be able to try and dig this out.
Yeah, we will. This is Simon and Garfunkel, The Only Living Boy in New York. It's lovely. Fashion, David Bowie. We were doing a bit of voguing, sort of cross with body popping there, weren't we, Carl? Yeah.
Played that last night, Rick, during the set.
Yeah.
That was described by Zane Lowe as one of the best sets he's ever seen. Well, he didn't say those
No,
exact words.
but I think Zane just sent an email and said he's giving up because there's no point.
Yeah, exactly.
When he hears stuff like that, he said, I thought I was a DJ.
Yeah.
After seeing Steve Ocean, I'm obviously not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, so,
Yeah, Big Boy Jim was down there.
yeah,
and he,
Big
he got
Boy
very
Jim was going, wow,
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I like the idea because Fatboy Slim did Brighton Beach, didn't he? And he had like 20,000 people in Brighton Beach.
Yeah.
And everyone was loving it. Just the idea of me down in Weston-super-Mare doing the same
with
the
80,
donkeys.
86 people. Have you ever seen, have you ever seen that thing, karaoke challenge on
Exactly.
Challenge TV?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
great, they're all
yeah.
doing it, and it's sort of like Jonathan, what's his name, from
Jonathan
Bread,
Morris,
and,
yeah.
and all those sort of people there. And the camera falls out, and there's about 8 people there.
Yeah, but what I love about karaoke challenge is it's not even night fever. Do you imagine that? I mean, talk about Wow.
Oh dear. We tried to get on that once, didn't we?
On Karaoke Challenge?
Yeah, when we were doing that comedy
we were
lab.
gonna
I was
do- we
going to
were
do it in
gonna-
character,
yeah,
wasn't
you were
I?
gonna do it, yeah, as
And
David
so
Bowie.
so we'd have a little bit of footage, but
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
They
that
wouldn't
was-
even let
that
you
was
on.
terrible.
That was how minor a celebrity you were at the
I
time.
remember once, right, this is how sad we were. We tried for about an hour to get on the Chris Moyle show. They were doing a competition. He was doing this competition. It was about golf, wasn't it? So it was like things with,
It was, you had to think of
Puns
a
on-
song title, but you
Yeah.
had to make it into a golfing pun.
and people were calling up and going, "Now, what about Drive by the Cars?" He was going, "Drive by the Cars," very good. And it was like things like, you know what I mean, things like something T and that. And I wanted to phone up and go, "Hello, Chris Miles. Yeah, you know, what about Spandau Valley Golfy?" Something. Just be, and I was just like, we tried. We must. I was just about
Hours we
30
tried to
quid
get
just to get on and do something stupid. How pathetic!
And they
is
wouldn't
that?
even let us on.
What
Yeah.
were the others? It's a good game, that. What?
Phone in if you've got any amusing puns on songs and golf.
Yeah, please.
What did you say? What was it? What?
A Spandau Valley Golfy. Yeah, do you like that one?
It's a good game, good little game.
Yeah, you're thinking.
else?
You're thinking of what you're doing, Carl. What you're thinking on the radio. That's what you're doing. It's a first. You're actually broadcasting thinking.
Can we just be quiet and just listen to Carl think?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything?
Got anything there? Any golfing puns at
You
all?
know, some people say, Carl, it's impossible to catch yourself not thinking. Now, I reckon if there's one man in the world,
Hole in my shoe. That fella in the young ones. Hole. And there's one on a golf course.
he's got a little. Has he got a little cold as well? Because you're.
Yeah, well, I was telling Steve before I went on the tube last Saturday night.
Yeah.
Kills me. There's every time I go on the tube, I just get full of a cold and everything. I'm full of flu, and it's down to going on the tube.
Is it?
Someone
Is it-
told me that every time you go on the tube, it's the equivalent of smoking 2 cigarettes.
Really?
Because of the sort of gunk and pollution down there.
And have you heard the other one?
And I always smoke 2 cigarettes
Yeah.
on the tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of my nerves.
Yeah.
The what's the name one about the
Oh, there you go.
all like the hairballs that are in the tubes
Oh,
because
yeah.
of like people stood on the platform, trains go whizzing past at high
Yeah.
speeds,
Yeah.
right? Takes a bit of your hair off. Don't say anything.
What, you mean don't question the science of that?
No, he means
Because of my
it doesn't
head,
affect him.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah.
right? And apparently they all get caught up in the tunnels, and they have to like clean it out now and again because there's big hairballs on the lines. It's
On the lines?
on the train lines.
Right.
Yeah, it's a terrible place. So that's why I'm all bummed up. And that's when you came in today. I was like looking on the websites to see how much badness there is down in the tubes.
Yeah. How much badness is there?
Oh, loads.
Is there a lot of badness?
If you know how much badness there is on the tube, call in 08700
What sort of things did you
800
find?
1234. How much badness is there?
It was just about, you know, the germs, there's no fresh air, and that's why I was asking you about people committing suicide on trains and that, how often it happens. And apparently 2 people a week. Was it two a week or 2 a day?
It's 2 cigarettes. How many people is it?
2
Oh, wait.
people.
700 800 1234. How many people per cigarette is it like killing yourself on the tube? Call in.
2 people a week try and kill themselves or something
Right.
on the tubes.
Really?
Bad that, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Terrible. Should we play a record?
If you want.
Have we got the big new Eminem single?
No, I was going to...
We'll tease them with that. We'll play that a bit later.
We are going
Plus,
to play it though. We're going to play the new Eminem single.
we will.
aren't
Plus, obviously, we've got this big celebrity bag to give away as well.
Oh,
Bag of
yeah, let
celebrity
me just do
images.
a quick
Well,
play
no,
a
let's
record
play
now,
a
explain
record. We'll explain
now
what
the competition after that.
Doves.
Doves would be good.
Are we going to get Rockbusters out of the way quickly?
Go on then,
Let's
quick
do it
then.
then.
Might
Give
as
us
well
a
do
clue.
it. It's not going to take long, is it?
Go on.
Right then. So, 3 clues and that.
Yeah.
Initials of a band and artist.
Yeah.
You can win some stuff. Steve can go through the.
Ladder 49 better be in there.
Oh,
Do you want to just quickly.
It's Ladder 49.
You get on with those clues, and I'll tell you what's happening.
And this is the last time. The winner of this.
No, we'll do it again next week.
Oh, is it? And then there'll be 6 people, and we just draw someone out of a hat to win the signed Homer, the Nigel Tufnell, and the Us as Flanimals.
Right, you ready
But
then?
they've got great prizes. They've got Alias. They've got.
They've got Alias, they've got The Aviator, a Batman cartoon series, M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, atrocious film, and Ladder 49, there it is.
Brilliant.
It's in there.
Joaquin Phoenix, John Travolta. Their greatest challenge lies in rescuing one of their own.
Brilliant. Go on then, Carl.
Right, the first one then. When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. How can that work? What's going on there? The initials there. I-H. Right? It's a band or an artist or a singer. Something like that. I-H. They're the initials, the clue.
I've got it.
When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. Right?
I've got it.
Right then. Well, don't say anything. Works, doesn't it?
No.
Second one. That garden tool. It's not yours. What are you doing with it? Right?
Yeah.
That garden tool you're messing about with there, it's not yours.
Yeah.
Give it back. Right?
What's that?
ND. ND. Right? Artist or a band. What's going on there? Right? Third one. That male sheep sounds fed up. Why is he fed up? Right? TR. TR's the initials. That male sheep sounds fed up. What's going on? If you know the answers to them three, email in. Have you got a winner?
No, I don't even know the answers, do
We'll
I?
pick one. Alright then, the first one. Right.
I just dropped a plastic cup.
Right, the first one was, when I'm ill,
Yeah.
I throw up horse food. Right?
Yeah.
That's the clue. The initials were I-H.
I got
Right?
this one.
And that
I must say, too.
that was I sick haze, because when you're ill, you're sick. What do horses eat? They eat hay. I sick haze. I sick haze is the answer. You got that. Second one, that garden tool. That garden tool you've got, it's not yours. What are you doing with it? Right? ND.
That was different.
That was what's a garden tool? A rake. Right? If it's not yours, what have you done? You've nicked it. You've nicked Drake. You've nicked that rake. Nick Drake. Nick Rake. Right? So that's ND. So you got that.
I don't know where
That's fine, no, that's fine, that's fine.
The third one, that male sheep sounds well fed up.
Go on.
What's up with it? That was TR. That was that ram. It's a ram. That's a male sheep. It's fed up. It's moaning. Ram moans. Ramones. The Ramones. So they got that as well.
Badly drawn boy and something to talk about. Well, it's a good job we've got something to talk about because we're DJs on XFM 104.9. I'm with me, Stephen Merchant. Got us there, Karl Pilkington. How you doing?
Of course, you must have been excited at the BAFTAs because we did bump into Dr. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Pleased with that.
Yeah.
What was the challenge again? I think the challenge was you had to shout Foxy.
Yeah, the challenge was, it's sort of like Jackass, but wimpy Jackass. Karl was our cameraman for the night because we were doing the making of sort of series 2 where we've filmed ourselves sort of writing it and doing bits and pieces and going to awards and that. And it's on me, and my challenge, which I think, was it me that set my own challenge?
You did.
I had to shout Foxy and get him over.
Yeah.
And I bottled out about 5 times. I just thought he was talking to someone.
Yeah.
I just thought, and then I did it, and where's the victory in that?
Yeah.
I shouted Foxy, and he came over and went, alright. I think, where's the victory?
I remember
Jackass, they dive off buildings and things.
I was a little bit taken aback though, because even though he was joking and mucking around, he was swearing. You don't expect that from Foxy.
Oh, behave. He was off
Oh,
duty.
no, he
and
was. I mean, he's more than wrong, but he didn't expect it to, because he seemed like a lovely bloke there, but he has got an enormous head. I mean, I'm not gonna.
But
I'm
I've got
not
a problem with
disrespecting
that.
him. I think he's a lovely guy, but
Yeah.
his head is huge.
But it's in proportion with his big body as well. He's a chunky wombat of a man.
True enough.
And so am I.
It was a problem getting him on screen.
Sure, because of the huge head. Yeah.
I was struggling.
No, I know. Well, I know that Popeye people has worries about that. They had to get special lenses.
Yeah. I love the fact that us 3 freaks can take this out of anyone.
Stop there, though, Rick, because I was on TV briefly. There was a thing about The Office on Top 10 TV Bastards on Channel 4, and I appeared on there briefly talking about the show. And there's this girl who's a girlfriend of a friend of mine, and she's like, I saw you on TV last night. I went, yeah. She went, I'll tell you this, you're better looking on TV than you are in real life, and that's good for you. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that was a compliment, because it's like...
Definitely not.
Well, I'm not on TV, so it's not beneficial in any way.
Yeah.
But that's like...
I'm too right, you have to step out of the TV.
But that's like saying, I normally find you pretty repulsive.
Yeah.
My opinion changed slightly last night because you were on the box.
Yeah.
I didn't know, it sounded like it was a
Through
compliment.
the aid of a different...
Through the aid of lighting and appearing like for 12 seconds on screen in small doses.
Oh, God.
You thought I wasn't as bad looking as I am in real
A lot
life.
of people have phoned in and wondered if you are Morph grown up, because they've seen a picture of you on the website.
Do you mean me or Carl?
Karl.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, because people have seen you and next to a picture of Morph, and it is if you draw around... Honestly, Karl, if you lay you down and draw around you, it's exactly the same shape as Morph.
Yeah.
Or the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Or, yeah, a gingerbread man. You do look like a gingerbread man. That's great.
Oh! I love... Karl, we think you're brilliant. We like looking at you, talking to you, hearing what you've got to say. We think of you, don't we, in the week sometimes?
Rick, I had a bit of good news this morning.
Go on.
And I don't mean this in any way, I'm sure it's an emotional thing for her, but in the Sun it says that Dido, her wedding's off.
Right.
Just thinking, ding dong. Because for some reason, I don't know what it is, I was having a chat with my mates, I've always been under the assumption I could pull Dido.
Because she's
quite ordinary. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? She looks a bit ordinary. She's quite an attractive one, but like,
Would that be your opening chat-up line?
you look quite ordinary.
Dido, I don't think you could probably get anything better than me, because you're not too hot yourself.
Exactly.
My name's Steve Merchant.
I'd wear. Actually, what I'd do is I'd go. Right, I'm not going to meet you in the flesh, but I'm going to send a picture of you on video.
Yeah, this
I
is
look
me on
great.
Top TV Bastards. What do you think?
See what you think.
Yeah, and if you think it's good, well, I'm certainly no worse without the lighting and makeup, so don't worry about that.
Exactly.
Oh,
Dido.
do you have a little bit of
Go on,
Bowie? Do you have a
Dido.
little bit of Bowie?
What was your thing about Dido? That she's like a kind of. She's a bit like a receptionist.
Who got up and sang once, because she
At
knows her
karaoke.
tunes, and a bloke came up, hi, I'm Gridlin Records, I'm thinking of releasing the CD, and it just goes mental.
Exactly.
Everyone buys it. Yeah.
It's good though, isn't it?
But she should be doing photocopying or filing. Do you not think? Just the way she looks. She's got a very kind of
No, but
suburban
the
look.
whole look thing annoys me. Do you know there's another pop stars thing starting?
Yeah.
Like, it's going on in Ireland. Apparently it's Ireland's version of it.
Okay.
And today it was like, you saw all these kids rushing in, there was fat ones there and ugly kids, and you're thinking, it's sad and everything, they might have a good voice, but they've no chance, right? And there was a woman there who looked a bit like Brittany, and the bloke, straight away, before even hearing the voice, Brittany looking like over there, go and get her in, give her a ticket, she's through to the next phase. And it's just annoying. Dido isn't beautiful, but she's nice enough. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's why she's fine for me. I mean, you know, she, you know,
know,
I mean, my standards are
stunning.
quite low.
So, do you think Steve should go out there then? I mean, that's what we're asking you. Do you think he should?
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of Bowie.
Thanks, Carl. Try and fix that for next week.
Please.
Cooper Temple Claus there. Who needs enemies on XFM 104.9? Well, it's competition time. If you want that celebrity endorsed bag from the BAFTAs, Jane had a good idea.
Go on.
She thinks we should revive sort of swap shop because a
I love
competition.
Swap Shop. I think it's a great game.
It's great. It was great, right? But a competition or just saying why you need it, right? This way, you know, it's how much you can give, and I think it should be right. What will endorse Carl's life? A theme of the season, I suppose. We're ending a season now of this show, aren't we? And one of the big themes is really develop Carl, enhance Carl.
Rejuvenate him in some way.
What do you think Carl would want? Have you got something he'd love? It can be battling tops, you know, and you've got to say why he'd love your old battling tops. It can be a book.
Sorry, what's a battling top? Was this something you used to take to school, like with your hoop and stick?
No, it was a little
And your
game.
baked potato.
It was in the wrist action. And
Go on.
it was like little tops, right? You'd have 4 players, right? You'd wind it around like with cotton, right? And hold a little. I'm getting excited thinking about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know. I'm getting overexcited. It was just battling.
Was
tops.
this something like?
And you pull it, yeah,
I've had
and it
one.
goes mad.
Don't
yeah.
send one of them. I've had one.
Don't give any clues. It can be some educational. It can be some personal to you that you think you might enhance. So the competition is basically if you want that bag.
So let's just explain what the bag is. It's one of these sort of cardboard giveaway bags that we got at the BAFTAs. It's got a nice big picture of the BAFTA logo. We got it signed by Graham Norton, Angus Dayton, Alan Davis, Jamie Theakston, Paul Whitehouse, Helen Baxendale, Steve, Phil Mitchell, McFadden, Simon Pegg, Steve Wright, obviously the three of us. And, you know, it's just a nice little sort of, you know, if you like kind of autographs, or if you're an autograph hunter or whatever else, or you just like the bag.
Or you like the show,
You know,
or you
then,
want a little piece of Carl,
li-
or you
little
want
bit
to
of history.
give Carl something, a bit of yourself, or
Exactly.
to enhance his life.
So let's get
really.
it straight. So it's something that you have. It doesn't have to be very expensive. It doesn't have to
No.
be necessarily a worthy thing. It could be something you've made.
Carl has to go. I want that.
Something that enhances Carl's life in some way. Something that will make his life a little bit more special, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And this is a write or email only. We don't want your phone calls on this because we're just too
So
lazy.
what could make Carl's life a little bit more special?
And we'll give it away next week. So you've got a week to email or write in with your suggestions about what it is that you'd want to swap for this this celebrity band.
Is it carl@xfm.co.uk?
Yeah.
Or you can write XFM, PO Box 1049, London, WC2, H7XX.
Yeah.
Give them out again, Rick. Sorry, you ought to maybe mention something like Gervais bag.
Oh, I think Carl Swap Shop.
Carl Swap Shop.
Or,
Well, let's not
good.
confuse it.
Well, it's just good to have a good name.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
It's just going to take as long
Is
as
this
the
thinking
golfing
on radio
puns.
again? Is this thinking on radio again?
Alright. Alright, we'll just do
So,
that.
hang on, it can't just be Karl at XFM. Is it not Karl.Pilkington?
Yeah, with a K. But the thing is, why are they emailing me? Because I'm not taking any bribes. They've got to send the stuff in.
No,
No, of course they haven't. But as 100 people send something and you send 99 back.
No, I won't send... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, they just email or
Leave
write
it
in
to
with a
us.
suggestion.
Oh.
Make sure that you mention who you are if you're emailing and leave a telephone number as well. We need a telephone number, we've got to call you back.
Let me give you an example. I like the bag. I want the bag, right? I think this would enhance Karl's life because I am sending a Feng Shui book. Something like that. You know what I mean? I am sending Karl a teddy bear.
You have to explain why, though. Obviously,
Yeah,
we can.
why you think it isn't, you know.
This
And
is
it can
getting
be-
so
it
much
can
more
be-
complicated than it needs to.
I'm bored with it.
It was such an easy idea before.
Throw the bag, well, burn the bag.
Give out the
Burn
addresses again,
the
Rick.
bag. Okay. It's XFM, PO Box 1049. That's easy to remember. London WC2 H7XX.
And the email?
I can't remember.
Karl.Pilkington at xfm.co.uk with a K.
With a K.
Alright, well done.
Yeah.
Man alive, that was exhausting.
Any
I'll tell you
clues,
what.
Carl? What would you like? What would you like?
I really don't know. I honest to God, I can't help anyone out here.
No. You just see something you like when you see it.
Well, there might be something out there that I don't know about, and yet it is.
I'm
made-
sure there is.
Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
sure there's something out there you don't know
There's
about.
things in this room you don't understand.
No, but
Okay, look, we played it before once, and I know you were charmed
Yeah,
by
I
it, Rick.
love
I'm a
this.
big fan of this. This is
Absolutely
from
love
Amy Mann's album Bachelor No. 2, and this is Red Vines playing.
Only Living Boy in New York. Do you like that?
it's got a nice feel to it.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Lovely. Bit later I'm going to be playing a Cat Stevens track. It's one of the most beautiful tracks ever written. It's called Lily White off Mona Bone Jack on. Look forward to that. We've got Eminem coming up.
We've got the new Eminem single as well, and a big giveaway, Rick, lest we forget.
I think we should tell them what that is.
Do you think so?
Yeah, well, we all went to the BAFTAs, as you know, and we thought we could get a good prize out of this, so we got some celebs
Yes.
to sign the BAFTA bag they gave away. It's just a nice big chunky sort of cardboard carrier bag, you know. It's not the value that counts. This is what values it. Read out the sort of names we got,
These are the
Steve.
kind of celebrity names that have signed that bag. Obviously us three, plus Graham Norton.
Yeah.
Angus Dayton signed it, Alan Davis, Jonathan Creek, Jamie Theakston, Paul Whitehouse, a lot of comedians you'll notice, Helen Baxendale from Cold Feet, who's also been in Friends, right? I don't know why that's so exciting. Steve Phil Mitchell McFadden.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic bag. I notice actually that Steve's signature is also mentioned, I think he says Steve, aka Phil Mitchell, which is very nice of him.
Yeah.
Peter Davison, former Doctor Who.
I noticed also that when you gave him the pen to sign it, he put the pen away.
Yeah, he pocketed
We had to
it.
say, oh,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Just his wily Cockney ways.
You're not Phil Mitchell now, mate.
Exactly.
Give us the pen back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg, and of course, one of broadcasting's biggest legends, Steve Wright.
Oh, Steve
Yeah,
Wright,
got him
yeah.
to sign it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's, you know, you're not going to find that. That's quite an eclectic and kooky mixture of celebrity names.
Yeah.
You know, autographs on one bag.
And we maybe photocopy it and it's just, you can't
We
make
can
out
explain who
signatures,
they
we
are.
can explain who they are.
But we can give that away. And as you know, it's a little commemorative thing of the BAFTA. It's got a big BAFTA logo on there and everything. It's pretty classy. Did I mention this? That our agent, who was there, he ran around getting a few of these autographs, and I think Helen Baxter, he went up to them and told him it was for charity, and that was why they signed it. Which I think's, you know, a little bit cheeky, but that's what agents are like, Carl. You've got to
But then again, he didn't
understand
get anything from it. It's not like he said, give us £1.
that. No, he just got.
They just got their
well, he said that as well.
Then he made 42 quid.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we're going to give that away.
Is that a good prize? I think that's a nice prize, isn't it? It's a little commemorative thing.
Carl, you're
It's-
turning your nose up on it.
No,
What?
no, it's all right. I wouldn't want it.
Oh, doesn't he? Do people get you to sort of do campaigns on the radio, like drink Fosters? I wouldn't, but you know, you can.
Yeah, but look, I noticed on the big board here, it tells us that you can win signed and framed Chemical Brothers album covers on Sunday. Right, that's just 2 geeks who've signed that. We've got like
We've
some
got
of
3 alone in this room.
Exactly. Plus, we've got some of the cream of Britain's light entertainment who've signed that bag.
No,
I'm appalled by you that you're just so disrespectful of
No,
us.
but it's like how when I went to the BAFTAs with you, and I wasn't really enjoying it. You were
I
like,
can't. He said what?
No,
you
you didn't
are
tell
such
us
an
this.
ungrateful. You
There are
are-
so many
You're
people.
like a little charity case. You're like, oh,
I had
God.
chicks queuing up
Yeah.
around the block.
You'd
wanting to
usually
come.
have to.
I know, but I
Someone
told
like you
you.
would have to write to Jim or Fix It or Esther Ranson to get to meet us sort of people. Now it's on your doorstep.
I'm amazed that you didn't enjoy it. Why didn't you
God.
enjoy it? You got to walk down the red carpet. You went in. There was George Best, one of your footballing heroes, was there. A load of other
good.
big names. You sat there at prime position. You came backstage with a load of other big names. Hey, you had a lovely bit of
You were
grub.
filming this thing for the DVD we're making. That's you, a cameraman on our DVD. And yet you think, now you look grumpy because you had a couple of pints and you, I can't believe
So
it.
tell us why you didn't enjoy it, because the ceremony, what didn't you enjoy about that? It was interminable, wasn't it?
Far too long.
Wasn't it awful?
3
boring.
hours.
I thought you were going to say something.
Really?
Sorry.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose for you two, at least, you know, you were going to get something.
Sure.
Yeah.
But with me, it's like, I mean, I've never graduated or anything, so
Have you not?
I'm trying to think of a situation. Basically, I sat there 3 hours knowing that I'm not going to get anything out of the night.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
Did you, sorry, when we invited you and you said yes, did you think you were up for an award?
No, but I thought we were going to be sat round tables having a nice bit of food,
Yeah.
whilst people are going up there winning awards.
Yeah.
But 3 hours of the same thing over and over again. I mean, if a film's 3 hours in the cinema,
Yeah.
you go, well, it's long, but you know, I wonder how it's going to end.
Yeah.
But this was just like the same thing over and over again. Some guy going up, thanks a lot, cheers for the bit of brass. And then going down, sitting down, the same thing over and over again. I wouldn't, honestly, right? I'd say it was one of the worst things I've ever had to do. No, I enjoyed the night afterwards when we did have a bit of lamb and a nice bit of veg and that. That was
Yeah.
alright, and I went home and I was happy, and I got the little freebie bag that you're talking about that we're giving away.
Yeah.
Which wasn't much good stuff in it.
All right.
Right.
No,
What would you have done on that Saturday night?
Suzanne
What
said
would you have done or the Sunday night rather? What would you have done had you been at home?
I would have stayed in with Suzanne, right, watching telly, having a nice bit of pate on toast or something, cup of tea, watching 24. But instead, I had to buy an expensive suit, so I didn't show you up, right?
Yeah. How much did you spend on your suit?
Well, in total, right, because, you know, the shoes and the suit and the shirt and the tie, it was about 600 quid.
That's the most expensive evening ever.
And that's what I'm saying to you. And the daft thing is, it's dark in there. I don't know why you've got to wear a nice suit.
You can't wear a tracksuit, for goodness sake.
It's dark in there!
No, just the shirt and that. It doesn't make you a better person wearing a suit.
No, doesn't
You
make you a
know what I
better
mean?
person, no.
We're not claiming it made you a better person.
No, but that annoyed me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an experience, isn't it? That's why I went, because you think, if I didn't go, if I would have said to you when you invited me, no, Steve, I don't want to go, then I would have never known, right?
Yeah.
And that's my sort of thing in life, right? If
Yeah.
something comes up, you should take it, even if you're not going to like it. It's a bit of an experience.
Right.
Do you know what he said to me? I phoned him up because we had to meet up, and obviously he had to pose as my gay lover.
Yeah.
To get in, right?
Yeah.
He phoned me, he said something to me like, I bought a suit, I'm looking good. He said, I'm looking good. People will think, how on earth did he end up with that good-looking guy?
So he got into the role.
That was what he said to me.
He started getting into it.
Such an insult.
Play a record.
I just must say that we've had an email from Darryl Foster. Lots of people have emailed in and said, well done on the BAFTAs and well done on your Room 101. They really liked that.
Thank you.
There's one guy, and it's Darryl says, Ricky, has your dad only got one D-Mob suit? Because I know you noticed, but Ricky wears the same suit every single time he appears on TV, because he spent a fortune on it getting it tailor-made.
I've only got one.
It's a good suit, and
I
he wears it all the
know.
time.
And it's winter as well, it's like a pure wool, so I'm sweating everywhere I go. Anyway, usually it's too much cheese.
I won't be buying another.
Huh?
I won't be buying another one.
Ever.
now. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Suzanne told me today, right, because I've handed it in today to have the trousers turned up a bit.
Why?
Because it was a bit of a bodge job for the night.
Yeah.
Right.
It was just some pins sort of holding it up the other night, but you didn't notice, and I didn't tell you because I thought you'd be getting on the stage and saying, "Look at that freak over there with his pants hemmed up." But I took it to the place to get it done. Suzanne tells me that I'm going to start shrinking now and getting to that age where you start going small.
I know that must have been a revelation to you and a worry. Like, how small do you get? How small do you get? Oh,
Right, what are we playing now?
Well, I thought we'd have a bit of Marley music.
Marley music.
Oh,
Okay.
go on.
So what I've done, this little book of quotes, happiness quotes. I've picked two that are real,
Okay.
and I've made one up. Right,
And we've got a guess.
and you've got to guess.
Okay,
which
then,
one it is.
go on
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick, why don't we, when we've heard them, we won't confer.
No.
You'll write down yours,
Yeah.
A, B, or C, and I'll
Yeah.
write down mine, and we'll
Sure.
see how it
Okay,
works.
Carl, off you go.
Right, and just because I'm looking at this book, it doesn't mean I'm actually reading.
No, I know.
Don't
no,
worry,
I know.
we're clever.
No, we know. We can't see.
Like
Yeah.
call my bluff.
Yeah. Go on
Okay.
then.
Nothing is worth more than this day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
The way I see it,
Oh God! My head's gonna burst.
now hang on.
My head's gonna burst.
No,
Hang
no,
on.
this might not be Carl's.
It might not be.
How do you know I haven't tweaked them a little bit?
Yeah. Good
Okay,
point.
fair
Good
enough.
point. No. Good point.
The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Okay. Hang on. It's not here.
Come on.
Cat food.
Cat food, go on.
It stinks a bit, but if you don't put up with the smell, the little kitten will die.
Steve! I don't know what to say! I don't know what to say. Imagine this in faking it. Imagine their faces when he says that and they're going, oh my God.
Oh.
Carl, play a song, mate.
We'll have to confer on this one.
Listen, do you want to set up songs of phrase?
Yeah.
Oh, God. If you've not heard the show before...
I thought we weren't doing this week.
I thought we weren't.
No, we'll do it once, right? And then next week's the last one, so we'll do Rockbusters. Leave
That
them
might
out.
be the last one ever, depending on whether Carl decides to come back
Yeah.
in October or not.
I'm bored of it. I told you I'm bored of it.
Why are you bored with it?
I get bored quick with stuff.
Yeah.
I told Suzanne the other night how lucky she was that I haven't got rid of her yet. She's, do you know what I mean? Things.
You put on a soft music though first, didn't you? You didn't just like start getting that around.
you opened a bottle of wine.
You know you're a very lucky girl. Sorry? Well, I usually get bored with you and that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You're lucky you haven't pissed off.
Yeah. Do you want to open the champagne or what?
Well, she was annoyed the other
Carl,
night.
what's that on your ear?
What?
Don't worry about it. Pigeon shit, aren't it?
We're walking to the pictures, right, to go
Yeah.
and see Bruce Almighty.
Sure.
Why?
And just something to say, innit?
Yeah. So you were trying to sneak in the back.
So on the way, cutting across Leicester Square, and those fellas who sell roses, he comes over. Do you want one? Do you want one? I said, don't do that. She's allergic to them. Right. So he'd go away.
Yeah.
She got all annoyed about that.
Because she's not allergic to them.
Well, she's not allergic now, but they're about £3 each.
But the point of that, Carl,
But
is
what-
not that she really wants a rose, it's that you're willing to spend £3 on it.
Taking us to the pictures.
How much was that? That was £8 each. Did you pay for it though?
But didn't you ever, if I know you had her dressed up as a small child.
yeah. Or
Me
you,
and my son, please.
or you've made her sit on your shoulders and wear a long coat.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, listen, songs of phrase then.
You paid for her to go in and then you went and had a pint while she watched it.
Yeah, there's no point in both of us seeing it, but tell me about
Tell
it.
me
won't
what
you?
it's like.
Oh, right, songs of phrase.
So let's
Again,
explain what
no
songs of
phrase
phrase is.
You do it.
Okay. Oh, really? If you think that Carl is bored with life, then you will be even more bored once you have heard this particular quiz. The gist of it is that Carl has taken a well-known phrase
Well,
or saying
no, I'll stop you there. Not a well-known phrase. Something that he said once.
on this show,
Yeah, probably.
and he's somehow compiled together a number of different songs which have somehow built up that particular phrase or sentence.
If it's anything about Chinese people, Philip Bailey will be involved. That's all I can say.
Okay, let's hear it then, Carl.
Right?
Alright, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that was. This is appalling.
I don't know
This is
what that
appalling.
is. Carl, I do not know what that is. What is the phrase?
I just was saying last week about everyone's raving about Galileo.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
raving about Galileo.
No, they're not. No,
That sounds
they're
like
not.
a sort of B-side from
Yeah.
the Buggles.
Everyone's raving about Beyonce and Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
They're not. People going.
Pop
what,
idol.
What are you into? Galileo's good. Yeah.
Forget it.
No. Placebo song for Carl there. That's Special Needs on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
We were doing songs of phrase.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh god. So what is this phrase? What is the phrase, Carl?
Last week we were talking about Galileo,
Right.
and I just was saying years ago, I can't remember now, when was it? When was he doing his thing?
End of the 16th century, I think.
Right. And he was messing about, trying to find out about speed of light or something, is it?
No, he did lots of stuff, Galileo.
All I was saying is,
Gravity,
back then,
yeah,
surely
yeah.
everyone was saying, stop messing with that, make us a telly. You know what I mean? There was other things that people would have been happier with.
Sure.
Back then. Like they
Yeah.
didn't
So
know.
the phrase exactly is what? The well-known phrase is what?
Galileo, well, it goes like this, doesn't it? Right.
So it's Galileo's stop
Talking to me about
talking about
science.
science, make me television.
Make me television.
Yeah. So you email in with the bands and that.
Brilliant.
Right, let's...
That is rock bottom.
of course
I mean,
it is.
the well-known phrase being Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television. As a well-known phrase is one of the weirdest things I've forget jizz out of windows and things like that. That is the weirdest thing I've heard on radio as a competition.
Can we have that one next week? Okay, well here are the prizes. If you think, Rick, that if you think the quiz has hit rock bottom, wait till I tell you these prizes.
No, brilliant. Oh.
I know that we're very much pushing new music on XFM, and it's an alternative music station, so you'll be pleased that we're giving away now That's What I Call Music 55, featuring the likes of Busted and Daniel Bedingfield.
Brilliant.
You really know how to cater to our audience, don't you? The best dance album in the world, that includes DJ Sammy, Scooter, and Liberty X on there. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
This is not so bad. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, a live DVD of a, pardon me, a performance, and some, pardon me again, but anyway. That basically sums up the prizes. So, I won't tell you the rest, they're all monotonous. But, anyway, I think those crisps, Rick, have gone down the wrong way. Although I was eating goulash earlier. Sorry. I'm fine. So anyway, yeah, that's some of the prizes. And you can win some tat.
So,
if you can identify these artists.
The well-known phrase, Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television.
I just
It's
email in.
appalling.
But easy this week, I think. Those, yeah. Play a record, Carl. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. The Pixies. Answers rushing in, we should point out, for the quiz. Most of them agreeing that it's pointless. Some people have called it... It's songs of phrase, of course. Some people are referring to it now as songs of arse. Which is more than appropriate. But you'll be pleased to know that it's ending this week, and next week we've got the return of the even more pitiful Rockbusters.
For the last one.
That's back for the last one. We'd perhaps also need your petitions to Carl. If you want us to stay on the air, then you need to petition Carl, giving good reasons why he should stay, why this show isn't boring, or rather why he shouldn't be bored by it. I mean, you're bound to be bored as listeners, but obviously he's running out of steam now.
What are you fed up with? You're just fed up with, in general, are you? I mean, you want your Saturdays back, do you?
Just want a bit of a life back, that's all.
But you don't do anything with your life when you've got
why
it.
don't you do this instead of, like, your day job?
Can't. It's more important than my day job, innit? That's what earns the company money and that. Know what I mean?
Well...
So...
Why don't you do a regular show then? Sack someone who's, you know, quite frankly not good in the way.
I've done that. I did that years ago.
What do you mean?
Done it. Told you, I've done a lot of stuff. Boxing, done. Tick. Dancing, done.
No, you turned up, the place was shut.
Yeah, but...
Dancing? When did you do dancing?
That's when he went and said, I want to do dancing, and he went along to the place, and it was shut, and that was it. And he said, I didn't do it anymore. That's not doing it, is it? Boxing, he had a fight with one lad, then the lad beat him up, and he didn't go again.
Oh dear, it's pathetic. Well, anyway, yeah, so this is basically our penultimate show. Next week's the final, and we're all looking forward to that enormously.
Yeah.
But that may be it forever then, and this, you know, all for one, all, you know, one for all for one. The Three Musketeers, gone forever.
Yeah.
I, for one, will be pleased.
Oh.
Anyway.
You've got something on your hair, you know.
Monkey news?
Well, I was going to say the winner.
I don't think anyone cares.
Oh, come on, someone got all of them, didn't they?
Well, okay, play it again then. This was Songs of Phrase. We did this
The well-known phrase is, Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television. The most convoluted, banal quiz on any radio station ever. I mean, I'm including Moyles, Chris Evans, do you know what I mean? Simon Bates. That's worse than anything they ever did.
Apparently, Channel 5 have bought the rights. Anyway, what were the answers, Carl?
We had Queen in there, Altered Images, Thomas Dolby,
Yeah.
Beatles, Aretha Franklin, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well, extraordinarily, Tracy and John Burton from Colchester and Essex got all of those right. Why they would want the prizes, I've no idea, but good luck to them. They can enjoy those at some point.